Super fast tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTT3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to insight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Are you listening?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Coffee Show. Today we got a great show, and I want to say hello to Hillbilly and Could You Dude.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's happening? What's going on?
Look at that.
Another day in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Look at Hillbilly. He's trying to show how hot it is in his place. He just has his hair, his eyes looking like a mess.
There you go.
Like I heard him asking what the real feel was today.
What was that?
So I heard Hillbilly asking what the real feel was today.
Yeah.
Hippy dippy weather dude.
It feels like 93 degrees here.
Woo! Hot.
Yeah.
Hope you guys got some hot coffee, some libations next to you.
God, I know. They've been working on our power poles out here, and they've been turning the power off at night. And so we have to go to bed. Like if you turn it off at like 10 o'clock till like 6 in the morning. And so I just go to bed early and wake up early. Like I got up at 3:30 this morning.
Wow.
I went to bed early because what are you going to do with no power?
Really?
Well, I could think of a couple things, but this is a kid-friendly show.
That's right.
That's
right.
It's a family-oriented show.
That's right. Let's keep it that way.
That's right.
Yes.
So, how are you guys doing this morning? It's a wonderful morning here on Superfast Tortoise, who is officially sponsored by carnsutopia.com, where you can get Sweet Magic Gathering dice bags like this, or you can get Sweet Magic content like that, but that's no longer valid. Boop, delete that. Get some cool dice bags like that. Get some commander plates like that. Yeah, look at that. Hillbilly showing off his dice bag.
Yeah.
You can find all this stuff at carnsutopia.com. Woo!
You got me a commander plate.
Yeah, commander plate. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that.
Look at that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Woo! I woke up early this morning. I actually slept all night, and I woke up at 8:30 this morning. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I just started working on the show earlier, and it came up with the topic. That I started working on last night for something else, and I'm like, we'll talk about that because it'd be interesting to get people's feedback and thoughts. Oh man, you all right over there, Hillbilly?
Oh yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, all right. All right, down there, could you, dude?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Doing good.
Yeah.
Good as can be.
Yeah. Good as can be. You ready for tonight or today?
Yeah, I'm ready. I don't know what time.
We're going to do it like half an hour after the show.
Ooh.
Okay. Get you going.
Get me going.
I got the table set up ready. Yeah.
I ain't got my table set
up. You got the table set up ready to play.
I gotta set mine up.
I ain't got mine set up either, but it won't take me long either.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to some people in chat. We got Walter Griffith. Hello, Walter Griffith. Whoa, whoa. You gonna hit me up after the show? Okay, that's pretty cool. The real Wiz MTG. Hello, D&D. A thought of mine that never really delved into it. Ooh. It's fun. What's up, morning coffee people? Says the Cane Shaker, James Willis himself. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, look at you.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. Woo. Woo. And real world saying you look youthful today. Could you do?
Well, thank you very much. I feel youthful. I feel like I'm 55.
It's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And poor Real Wiz. He missed the Hibbley show this morning. Whoa.
Well, you can always watch the replay.
Always, forever. Yep. Watch the replay.
Very much appreciated. Yeah. I made a deck that the Real World Wiz actually suggested.
Nice. That's awesome.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Woo! Hope you're energized today. Hope you got the energy going and flowing. You get that time to go mowing. That lawn is looking pretty dire out there. Why don't you go out there and mow that lawn today? This is a reminder to remind you to mow that lawn if you need to mow that lawn.
Yeah. What lawn you have? Mine's all desert.
Yay!
Terrible.
Maybe you can get some tortoises out there.
Yeah, I need to get some goats and take care of the lawn.
Goats and tortoises.
Yeah.
Right. Have a little farm.
Yeah. That do it. I take care of the lawn. No, I got more weeds than I got grass, so I gotta remedy that.
Well, the good thing is weeds are easier to maintain than grass.
That's true. You don't have to do anything. It's self-sufficient.
You know, they don't take much water. They just grow there for you. So, just mow your weeds.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful. It's real dry out here. So, we have a lot of fires in the state.
Yeah, that's true. California, it's such a hot state.
Yeah, it's a hot state. But
it is.
I complain about the fires, but the East Coast is in the South. They have a lot more problems than we're having.
Right now.
I mean, you guys aren't used to the heat like we are out here. You guys normally don't get 100-degree days.
What?
With the humidity.
We get 100-degree days plus humidity.
Plus humidity. We don't have the humidity. I live.
Well, I get humidity here. And I get sometimes I get those 100-degree temperatures.
Yeah. But
100, we get boiling temps. Like you go outside, you big.
Yeah, but we go outside, they got 15% humidity.
In fact, today, we even got a heat advisory out today.
Yeah. I watched the news about the East Coast, and it's pretty bad out there. So everybody out in the East, take care. Stay cool. Play in the pool, play in the water, stay cool.
Now it's supposed to get up to 92 degrees today here. That's not the feels like temperature.
It's not fully summer yet. I mean, it's officially summer, but it's not fully in the hot summer months yet. It's 92 degrees.
Right.
Right. It's going to be hot.
I worked on a red-green. Real Wiz says he worked on a red-green deck last night. It's pretty okay for how fast I built it. Nice. And Cane Checker says, when I lived in Henderson, Nevada, my yard was nothing but sand.
Henderson, Nevada. Woohoo. Been there.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the first segment of the day. Hillbilly.
Ooh, that would be
What's the first segment of the day?
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
This is the card of the
Winged
day.
Wisdom. Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Nadu Winged Wisdom. This card is a card I pulled out of my box, and it's pretty spicy. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this card. It costs a generic, a green, and a blue. It's a 3/4 legendary creature bird wizard with flying. It says creatures you control have. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or an ability, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it in your hand. This ability triggers only twice each turn. That is pretty epic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the graphics on that. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. This card is pretty saucy, pretty flavorful. Could go in a Voltron deck very easily.
Yeah, it wouldn't really work too good in my Mothman deck.
No, it wouldn't work too good in your Mothman deck because your Mothman deck doesn't really target its own creatures.
Exactly.
Yeah. But if people target any of your creatures with this out, you get the ability.
True.
That's why it's good, is because it doesn't care if you target your own creatures. It cares about if any of your creatures are being targeted at all. That's pretty good. Pretty solid. Pretty spicy. And I know Mr. James Willis wants a copy of this card too, just to look at it. It's pretty. Now, rolling off to pictures of the day, we got Squirrel. Happy Friday, everybody.
Hey.
It's Friday. Whoop, whoop, Friday, yay. Then we got, boom, lack of coffee. Everyone who has this problem looks like this. That's right.
Lack of coffee. Yeah.
Then, when the meeting has started, but the coffee isn't there yet, you're like, hold on. Went for the coffee.
Wait for the coffee.
And the last picture is hilarious. Boom.
Ammo. Boom. I'm losing my absolute stuff at ammo in the background.
Losing my absolute at the Elmo in the background.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought this was hilarious when I saw it. I'm like, I had to share it.
Wow.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Woo-hoo. Yes.
James Willis says there's been a couple of videos talking about this card being a bomb. Whoa. Yeah, that's right. So we have a good question of the day lined up, but I think it'll be easy to answer fairly quick. Like I was thinking about the question. I'm like, well, we'll have to get to the question to understand it.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
The question of the day is brought to us by Mrs. Hillbilly. She has a question that I think will get people thinking a bit, seeing how it goes.
Hey guys, this is Miss Hillbilly. I was wondering, how do you make a budget deck? Thank you. Have a good day.
Oh. So she's asking, how do you make a budget deck? Well, the short answer is it's like making a regular deck, but you put a budget on how much money you can spend on a deck. Or what some people do is they'll go out and they say, I want to build a deck and I will not spend more than $3 on a card. So every card in the deck has to be $3 or less to be in the deck.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I mean, there's other ways to do it. I mean, deck building itself is its own thing. Like learning how to deck build, removal spells, to draw spells and stuff like that. That's one thing. But to build a budget deck is knowing all that stuff I just mentioned, but keeping it on a budget. And that kind of changes the power level sometimes. Sometimes when you build a budget deck, the budget deck is a lower power level. Sometimes you get an amazing power level out of the deck based on how it works. That's how Rafik started. When he started out as a deck, he was a powerful little budget deck that eventually evolved into be worth more money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you think, Hillbilly?
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. So I mean, you set a price that you want to pay, and then you go out and try to find first you want to find out what kind of deck you want to make. Then after you find out what kind of deck you want to make, then after you do that, you set a price limit for yourself. And then you go out looking at cards like this card does this. It'll work with this card, and these cards work with the deck I'm building. And then you get those cards, and you also set a price limit that you want to make that you don't want to go over, and you get those cards.
All right. And another way that's good to deck build on a budget is instead of building a deck, look for a pre-con that exists. Yep. Those are fairly budget, and you get them for a good price.
Yep.
You know, like the Fallout decks, if you can find them for a good price, like to me, a budget deck's around $200, and if you can find a Fallout deck for within that price range, that's a budget. Then they're pretty strong decks. That's a good way to start out on a budget deck. Starting with a pre-con is always a good way to start with budgeting on a deck, especially if it Hillbilly.
Yeah.
You didn't drink the rest of your coffee.
Yep.
What are you gonna do for the rest of the show?
Well, got something. I got something you're supposed to have.
Hey.
Brisk iced tea. Yes.
How brisk. But anyways, joking aside, but yeah, getting a commander deck is a good way to start on a budget trial too if you want to get started deck. Because like you can get you spend like $50 to $60, sometimes $100 on a pre-con that's existed for a bit. Then as you upgrade it, you can upgrade it with budget cards that are worth like $3 or less or whatever, and you can start enhancing the deck and slowly in that way to build a more strong theme with the deck. So that's another way to get around the budget restriction and have a budget on a deck.
Mm-hmm.
And then a quick follow up with that, like people will sometimes buy a pre-con and set a budget of like $100 on upgrades on the deck.
Yep.
So that works. And one more thing to add. Even sometimes when you build a budget deck, cards that don't count as budget is cards that you already own. You don't have to spend money on it. You can add in the deck. So if they're like a $20 card and you already own it, you can put it in the deck. It doesn't affect the budget.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So you can already have cards, and then you can buy or trade for cheap cards, right?
Right.
Yep.
Right. And Cane Shaker says, how am I supposed to build a deck without fetches and duels? Well, you're gonna have to find out how by trying it the hard way. Building a deck without fetches and duels.
Yeah. Interesting.
And thank you, Cane Shaker, for all your assistance with the commands and chat. You rock, you rule, you are amazing. Amazing.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flair. Supervised Tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Woo! Haha, we're ready to the second bumper. Look at us going crazy. Look at us going crazy. Look at Hillbilly over there. Right there.
Yeah, look at the Hillbilly.
Yeah, look at him. Look in his eyes. Peer into his soul. That's right. Make him feel that energy. So excited. So today's topic of the day is venturing into D&D Dinosaur campaign. So I'm working on a campaign slowly to work on to a dinosaur based D&D campaign, and I have a lot of ideas. I'm trying to make this thing. So I built a whole monologue explaining my most solid thoughts. And I don't know how well you're all into D&D, but I know some people in chat are into D&D, and I would like to get your guys' and opinions on the idea. Because in life, as a family game night thing, I am designing a Jurassic Park style campaign using D&D role-playing strategies. I am planning on using inspirations from Jurassic Park, Avatar, the Disney franchise with the blue people, and Magic the Gathering's Ixalan playing. My hopes is to build an immersive world story where characters with different beliefs have to come together to solve a problem to how to save an ecosystem that no one has been able to study before. Because the world is on an island on the back of a giant tortoise that is constantly shifting and moving, also known as the disappearing island or Toweka Isle. Toweka is actually a Swahili word for vanishing. On the island, you have three major factions amongst life on the island. You have the Awkamic, the Adventurous Guild, the Indiana Jones of the people of the island who want to preserve the natural beauty and while finding relics to display in museums. This group will do whatever it can to uncover the many mysteries the island has. Then we have the Grokeki, the military presence on the island, who want to find the natural resources of the island and the mysteries of the amazing plant life, while weaponizing whatever dinosaur they can through the use of bioengineering and cyborganically equipping creatures and trying to control the minds of the dinosaurs' life through training and punishment tactics. Then the third biggest party to be considered on the island is the Chumbumbway. You know, you can tell I made some of these words up. Chumbumbway, they are the indigenous people of the island, the natural people who have lived and thrived on the island using the magic of their god from the land. They will hunt and destroy anyone who looks to destroy their way of life, from religious monuments, sacred and holy dinosaurs, and places of worship, and their land. They love their land. These are the people who are not to deal with. These are my basic ideas before introducing the D&D mechanics in the mix that I want to. Ooh. Yeah, Metacrypt.
Interesting.
Thank you. Yeah. So
Yeah, well,
I'm trying to. So with that in mind, that's the kind of world I want to set my party into. I want to get, because the wife, the child, maybe someone else will be here on a Monday. We'll start playing this, and I want to lead them on an adventure to save the island, kind of thing. And they have to deal with these three major groups of people. They have to have a place to come in. There's dinosaurs on the island that run rampant. Dinosaurs, because I love dinosaurs. These are not cloned dinosaurs. These are not engineered dinosaurs. These are dinosaurs who lived on the island.
lived on the island. The island
kind of
is
like lost.
the island is on the back of a giant tortoise.
Right. The reason why it's on the back of a giant tortoise because I had to make an excuse for the island to always shift and be hard to find, like always be moving.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Well,
since I don't know much about D&D, I've seen it played on TV shows, but
right.
it's something I was interested in when it came out in a long time ago, but I never followed up on my interests.
Well, it's really fun. It's like playing with your friends as kids, but you have rules and structures of how decisions are made and put together.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's a great fantasy game, and you can probably do anything with it, right? You don't have to follow the way they created it. You can actually.
Right. Candy Trick says, I really need a car so I can drive to SFT's house and play in this campaign. It'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if you had the computer set up, you could play from home too.
Yep.
But we know you don't really have a good computer setup. What you saying?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. So you do that. You can do that this Monday.
Well, I'm working on the campaign. It's going to take a bit to put together. What edition rules are you using? I'm using 5th edition rules. And I'm going to J-rig a little bit, so D6s are more of a factor in this game. because I have to work with what I know, and like I know D&D, I need to work on the mechanics. There, like there's gonna be restrictions on some creature types. Like you can't play as giants in this game. You can play as hybrids in this game. Like if you want to be like a dinosaur, dragon, draconic kind of hybrid, like you can do a draconic hybrid, but in the game you won't be a dragon. You'll be a dinosaur hybrid. But you'll use the same kind of stats. And like you can run as tortoises, you can run elves, you can run humans, but I want most of the campaign of the humanistic characters to be human size. Up to 8 feet tall.
Oh, 8 feet tall. Wow.
8 feet tall. Look at this cat. This cat is wanting my attention so bad. Look at the camera. Look, see, there's Papa. Say hi to
Hey,
Papa.
Lily.
Yeah.
Lily. Hey, Lily.
Lily. He closes her eyes.
Look, there's Hillbilly. Yeah, no,
Lily.
Hillbilly. There, make it look like she's looking at Hillbilly.
Yeah.
So, yep, there she finally get off. So, in addition, I actually want there's gonna be like most definitively differently than most campaigns I played with D&D. There's gonna be electronic weaponry, electronic vehicles in the game that people use. I'm gonna try to balance out the magic, I want to balance out the magic so there's no busted spells. There's gonna be some magic, like magic missiles and stuff like that, but like you're not gonna be having like a horse and chariot thing all the time. Even though you'll have people riding some dinosaurs, maybe, but you won't have like a magical flying chariot. You won't have like a flying rug. You're gonna be using basic mechanics to supplant the realism in the game.
Yes. And that interesting. Dinosaur D&D.
Oh yeah.
Back of a tortoise. So
the tortoise thing ain't going to be so much of a big thing to think about. The whole island is a huge island. It's on the back of a tortoise. It's so the island can move, for example, one day the sun could be going from east to west, but one day, but the island could be completely turned around where east and west are different directions now.
Oh wow! So
because it's supposed to be discombobulating.
Wow! So you can head east, but you're actually heading west.
Based on the based on the geographics, the sun can be different where it is.
Yeah.
And it's not like this island will be moving fast and out of place. But it gives a reason. It's a reason why people never really got to study that island much anymore, because it's never in the same spot all the time. It's always slowly moving.
Slowly moving. Wow.
Yeah. And verbal swords, there'll be electronic swords, whips, and things like that. They are training dinosaurs, like in some areas. The military force is like the Simic Guild, where they're trying to improve, enhance, and trying to weaponize things, trying to dig into the world. And there is a reason why the island is a tortoise that I won't say out loud, because some people are listening right now to the story, and I don't want to give away some details. But yeah, D&D sounds pretty awesome. There is because the Chumbumbway are there's different tribes of Chumbumbway out there, or different kindred, because tribal is, I don't know, it's their tribes, whatever, call them tribes. They're different tribes, so you have different species of Chumbumbway out there who are indigenous to the island. You have turtles, humans, elves, dark elves, wood elves, or whatever. You can have them out there, but they all believe in their sacred plate. Their sacred plains, their sacred worshiping grounds, kind of like the Aztecs in a way. But they want to. Well, what if the Tortoise Island dies down? Well, it actually creates a bubble of oxygen that protects the island for the remainder of the time it's underwater. figured that out already. It's its own ecosystem.
Cool.
Because on the back of the shell, there's mountains, there's forests, there's canyons, there's slows, there's plateaus, which I need to derive a map out of. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be an immersive world where people are trying to do stuff.
Wow, very interesting.
Chumbumbway. Yeah, that's actually kind of the idea where I got the name from. Was that song? It's Chumbumbway. Well, because I was trying to find things like the military faction they call the Grokeki. Trying to think of ways to make words sound fun. Like, and I think if you haven't played D&D before, I think it's something you should look into. I know it'd be harder for Dad because one-on-one campaigning is not as fun as a group segment. But Hillbilly, if he wanted to get into it, has 2 people at home who he could lead a group in.
Yeah, but they won't. They won't. Yeah, that's the problem. Though they wouldn't play.
They wouldn't like it,
right?
Well, it's so the dinosaurs they're real. They're not like mechanical. Like
they're not mechanical. They're not cloned. They're indigenous to the island. They live there. They have their territories. Like your compies are there. Your compies are there. Your velociraptors are there. Your T-Rexes are there. Your stegosauruses are there. Your triceratops are there. Your brontosauruses are there. It's a huge island, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's. I mean, when you say it's on the back of a tortoise, I just picture, small.
Quit picturing small. How are you supposed to stand on an island that's that small?
You're not supposed to, but
exactly. No.
My brain can't figure it out.
Now imagine if Hawaii was on the back of a tortoise.
Oh wow! Yeah, that'd be pretty big. Yep.
Exactly.
Or imagine just the United States on the back of a tortoise.
Right, but now that's overextending. But yes. I mean, the world could be huger. Like the plane it's on could be large, but we're not. I'm going to keep it because I have to draw a map of this whole island out. And but yeah, I'm thinking about like the size of an entire state. Like Texas could be the biggest amount.
What if it was the size? What if it was the size of the United States? You'd have more territory to work with.
Oh, you would be surprised all the stuff you can do in a state-sized territory in a D&D campaign. You got characters to develop. You got places to go, things to explore, enemies to kill, places to camp out. Like D&D, like playing D&D, you can have a small 4-house room. Or 4-house room. You can have a 4-room house and actually spend like 3 hours in that house playing the game. You can have a mansion and spend hours in the mansion exploring, finding stuff. You can have interactions, fight. It gets pretty in depth.
Pretty in depth. Yeah. Well, I couldn't play. I don't have the dice because you got to roll to make decisions, right?
Yeah. My play group is about to start a new campaign. I will be playing a bugbear. Woo! Bugbear. Yeah, so you can buy dice for D&D. They actually sell D&D dice sets too. There's a lot of campaigning rule books and stuff to go into. Like it's easier if you're in the game, know how to play the game a little, to understand like the character sheets that you follow, the spell slots you put in. Yeah. It's gonna be a fun game. Like I think it's gonna be fun once you get it off. I need to start working on the building of the maps. I need to put in the MacGuffin. A MacGuffin is a mysterious item that people are searching for, but it's never said to the audience until it's discovered.
Well, it's just discovered. Well,
Oh yeah.
Nice.
very, very
And so,
interesting. It's a
oh yeah.
new twist on the old game.
Yep.
Right, it's a like someone else could have done it for all I know, but this is me trying my hand at doing a D&D campaign, and I want it to be fun. I want it to, it's going to be all me.
All you. You be the
Yeah, like
so
it's
you
going to be all
you'd be
me
the dragon
fully.
master instead of the dungeon master, huh?
I'm
You'd be
gonna
the
be
dinosaur
Dragon
master.
Yeah,
The dinosaur
it's
master.
Dinosaur Master. It's still DM, not. But yeah, like
Yeah.
you can still get into the weird little creatures, insects, and stuff like to fight, battle, get into. You know, I need to kind of create a monster manual. That's gonna be the hard part about this is I need to create a kind of a monster manual for this, which I have to do some research on because I'm not gonna be using a lot of monsters from the book. So to say, since I'm trying to ground it into reality, so I'm kind of creating my own game in a way using the D&D
Format.
format. Yeah, we use third edition 3.5 rules for our game. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
R. 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 R.
Arr, mateys.
Oh,
so
shimmer
excited
me
to hear
timbers.
Shimmer me timbers.
Yes.
You're looking a little too excited there, Hillbilly. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right just listening to this because I've never actually played D&D, but I always wanted to dip into that and see how it is. How it is.
Hmm. Like you can definitely find YouTube videos of people playing them. The bigger name channels make it seem way more exciting than it really is, which it's still a fun game. But you're finding a group of games that people love to play, like people love playing and seeing how they roll the dice, or going through a campaign can be fun. And you're never always going to go past one shot. Like there are one shots. You can look up D&D one shots and see people play an entire game. One shot's a game that's supposed to be done in one session, and there are games that are supposed to that go on for several sessions. And but like best thing to do is to kind of find a video where someone shows you how to play the game, what the power levels mean. It's a huge learning curve though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Especially when you're new to it, because you got to learn a lot of things. Like being a DM is you got to know the game better than your players. And I'm playing, and Casey plans on playing. She's better at the game than I am.
Oh, yeah. So my understanding is what I've seen. I mean, this is just what I'm taking away from what I've seen is that it's kind of made up as you go along, right? So you ask a question and you roll the dice, and then dice tells you if they're whatever you're asking is good or bad. Depends on the. See, that's what I don't understand.
Okay, imagine this concept, right? You read books before, right?
Yeah, I've been known to read books. Yes.
Right. Imagine you have a book that you read from start to finish, but as you read the book, the dice will choose the decisions of characters in the book, and the characters in the book will make their own decisions following the story. Now the story can waver, the story can change, the ending can be a lot different than what it was intendedly there, but when you read this book and the dice rolls changes things, people make the decisions they do, you follow the story as a DM to make sure everything stays on track as best as it can, so people will have the full experience of the game that they're looking for. Because one, your players can always surprise you with things you didn't think about, and two, you're trying to stick to the story to keep people in line, and you're trying to get people to guide in the way of the story instead of kind of going the wrong way. So there's lots of ways you can work around it. I've learned from Casey and whatnot, playing games where people will start straying off one idea, but you round it out to kind of stay on track. And there's always things you can do to interlope that the things in. But the whole point is, you have a story made first, the people to play, and you try to keep the people as best as you can in that storyline. And now, like I said, things will waver, things will be a little bit different, things will happen a little bit differently, but altogether, you're playing a story that's already written out, and people are making decisions in the game, changing little details in the game, basically, and they're living the story as they're playing the game.
Huh. Very interesting. Yeah, see, there's a lot. Yeah. So for me, it's just it. I don't know. For me, it's just different. I'm not even prepared to even think about it. Really.
You're good. You're good. No, it's just a fun way to look at it. Like D&D altogether is all about storytelling and playing the storytelling games. Sometimes things can change in a game. Some things can change how the game's going. But you're really just playing a storyline that's predetermined. So right now, I'm trying to craft a story together that people can play in. And you want them to figure out the puzzles, because there's puzzles in the game. Like, there's a lot of mental puzzles that you try to figure out. You can make like little simple puzzles like number matching or pattern matching, or there can be complicated puzzles that are in the game, which I'm not going to focus too much on all the time because I'm not the puzzle master. But I'll figure out ways to get people into the game, because like there's different factions in the game. There's going to be different places to go. Because in D&D, you can't tell people where to go in the game. Like, you can tell them, this is your mission, go to point A to point B. But if somewhere en route from point A to point B, they try to go to point C instead, you have to find a way to deter them to go back to point B. But sometimes they can go off to point C for a bit, and you might be in point C for a while, then finally go back to point B.
But it's up to you to make sure that your game stays on your track. And
that's the point of the DMs, to make sure the game stays on track. Yep. Keeping a party on task without completely relevant in the game can be difficult. That is very true. We've been in that situation before too. So yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I just wanted to share it. That's why I made it the topic of the day, because I want to share it. Because like the more I talk about it, the more realistic it gets in my head, that I'll be going between point A and point B with the game and making little things.
So you gotta create it from the beginning, so you gotta make I know I've seen the games on TV, where they have a big wall and then they roll dice and
the big wall that the DMs have.
Yeah.
So they have their dice rules and they're playing, so they can have their papers out in front of them for the game, and people can't see them, so people can't see what's coming up in the game. That's to help you organize what's going to happen in the game, what kind of monsters you're going to run.
Oh, okay. Kind of monsters you're going to run.
The wall there just to help the dungeon master organize the story so they can keep things in track without spoiling anything to the players.
Yes. So, surprise.
That's right. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Sounds like you got a whole lot of stuff to do.
Yep.
There's a handful of stuff to do for sure.
Yeah, but it looks like you've been thinking about this for a long time.
Been thinking about it for like several weeks. Like it took me a long time just to come up with the monologues worth amount of stuff, like how to make things interactive. Because you have the military, to kind of lead a major storyline. You have the Indiana Jones's group to compete with in the storyline, and you have the indigenous people to have to survive through when you're out in the wild, and that can all be mixed. So I had to make a drive to keep things interesting. Plus, you got dinosaurs.
Yeah, dinosaurs. Yeah. In one of my bedrooms, I have picture you drew when you were, I guess, I don't know, it had to be maybe 30 years ago. It's have a T-Rex. I have to take
Thank
a
you,
picture of
King
it.
Shaker.
Yeah, I have to take a picture of it and show it to you. It's really
I think it
detailed.
was a Spinosaurus I drew for you, I think.
Yeah,
If I remember correctly. Because I was really
yeah.
big into Jurassic Park 3 at the time.
Yeah, it was really, really detailed. It's really good.
Hmm.
I mean, for hand drawn. So
Back in the day, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm very proud of it. I show it off to everybody. I show all your
Woo-hoo.
pictures to everybody because you have a lot of talent when it comes to graphics. Comes in
Thank you.
el natural to you.
Yep.
A natural.
Yeah, I could barely draw a splotch.
Oh, you're all stick man.
Stick man.
Stick man.
Stick man.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So I wonder if I can find it.
All
Yeah.
right. Well. All the trouble that you are in.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Wow. Look at that. It's a few minutes before the 50-minute mark, but look how much time we've put in the show. Or
Nice.
maybe I should say I just kind of ran with it. Sorry, everybody.
You're fine.
That's all right. It's your deal. I mean, it's good that you coming up with something new. I mean,
Right. I'm trying to come up with different things.
might catch on
Right.
national, worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah, you never know.
You have people complaining all over the world.
Mm.
You know,
Right.
can only hope, right?
Right. A cane figure says he screw up drawing stick figures. Creep is the happening place to be. That's right.
That's right.
But yeah, like that's where I'm at now. I need to solidify like I need to solidify like the character build or the tribal builds of certain things. Like even though military is not really a tribe, but I consider them a tribe, so I kind of got to build like a base and system for them. I got to build a base and system for the Indiana Jones Guild and other things going on. It's going to be interesting. But what I want to get at is it's going to be fun. It's something new I'm trying. Like last time I ran a D&D kind of campaign, I did a whole D6 system that I did on my own. D6 system is a 6-sided dice system. This system is I'm going to try to run with D20s and stuff like that. I got a lot of world building. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be cheap. But I might just keep people up to date on the shows if I come up with something. Maybe I don't know. Depending. Like I don't know. I'm just excited for it, and I wanted to resonate with the family to see what they like. Because like I want a Jurassic Park style dinosaur driven campaign, and that's going to take a lot of back work for me. Indeed. But anyways, rolling throughout the show, we're at the point where we're getting to the shill section, so we're going to shill out. Hibbity.
Alrighty, folks, about 471 subs. Still trying to get to that 500. So we'll do another arena stream this afternoon. Not sure on what time it is going to be. We're going to be around 2. But before we get into the arena stream, I'm going to be on Superfast Tortoise stream playing Commander with Coogie Dude. And then tomorrow at 9 a.m., I'll be doing an arena stream. And then at 2 o'clock, it will be another Commander game. And if you interested
Whoa, whoa.
in joining the Commander game tomorrow, make sure you join my Discord and give me a shout out, and I will send you an invite to the Commander game tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Come out again. So I'm probably not going to stream Game with Cookie Dude today.
Okay, well,
Are you not going to do that today? That's all right.
Oh, we're going to play today. We're going to play. I just probably won't stream it.
Oh, okay. I see.
you're not going to stream it. I'll still be there, just to play.
Just to play. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I really don't got anything.
We got a song of the day today.
Well, yeah, I haven't picked the album, but the song of the day I was thinking is by the group Uriah Heep, and it's called "The Wizard."
What was that?
It's about a guy and his wizard, and the wizard's been around for centuries, and he just helps just a normal guy. It's a pretty good song. It's been around for a long, long, long time.
Right.
So if you think about it, Uriah Heep, they're a British band. They started out in the 60s, and they're still going strong today. So anyway, that's the song, "The Wizard" by Uriah Heep. I don't know what the album is right now, but I know I have a couple copies of it.
Whoa, whoa.
So that's it.
Whoa, whoa.
I got to get set up for the game.
The game in half an hour. Like it'll start around like 12:30. Like
12:30?
because we're not streaming it. The reason why I'm not streaming it is because right now, like I want to be. I don't want to set up the whole stream. I just want to play a game, and also I don't want to have to manage so many things at the same time. If I have to get up and move and help out the wife.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Sorry that you could have streamed another hour about role playing games. That would have been cool, but I do got a time frame to go for. Got things to do. Got things to do for sure. But tomorrow we'll be streaming Commander games. Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on Hillbilly's channel. I should be there, and 8 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time, to play Commander games later at night tomorrow. But today's Friday. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be awesome. Be amazing. Be cool. Be awesome. All that stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just whatever.
I'll be there for your game at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Woo-woo.
8
Yeah,
o'clock.
for sure. Want to thank everybody for showing up. Be amazing. And where is the boop?
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece.